Hey guys, welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars 2013 set review, and we have the Rancor Pit. It is 75005, it's ages 8 to 14, and has 380 pieces, retails for $60, $59.99, yeah. Alright, so definitely the big, reason why you want to get this set is for the Rancor here. And I actually totally think this set is worth $60, even though it's 380 pieces and everything. This Rancor really does make up for it because it's actually like a third of the actual set, so that kind of makes sense of why the price is kind of a little high. Plus, you get a lot of you get this piece right here, which is a brand new mold, very useful. And there's some other stuff I'll go into a little bit later. Also, there's a little bucket. I'll get to that too as well. Anyways, let's start off the minifigures. First guy we have is Luke Skywalker, and this is a new version of him. And let me go ahead and show you. This is the desert skiff version. Right here, this desert skiff, the one with the bone, is from this set. So as you can see, he has a new face. Back printing is exactly this. So basically, the torso is exactly the same, except this one right here. Let's see. Does this one? This one does not have a back. Does not have a double-sided face. This one, on the other hand, does. It's got a nice big bone that he can fit in the Rancor's mouth. But what's funny is it doesn't actually fit. But yeah. Alright, continuing. We have the Gamorrean Guard, yes. And he is not new. Here is the one from Jabba's palace. They're exactly the same. You don't get a weapon for this guy. He gets a piece of chicken. That's about it. And if we take this off, it's just a blank torso. And you got that leg printing. That's about it. Definitely a great figure, very detailed and very accurate to its source. Okay, next is Malku. I'll just call him Rancor Keeper because that's what the box says. Alright, so what's cool about this guy is not actually the figure. Well, yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. But there's actually this new piece. Well, actually, I won't take that off. But check out this really cool new piece. It's part of the staff. This piece right here, it's actually very useful, very cool. You stick the rod right there, and has that in. I can think of a lot of uses for that piece. Just thought I'd mention it for those mock builders out there. Watch my reviews. And then it's kind of like a. He kind of looks like the Grim Reaper, just without the whole black and darkness. But technically, I guess he's a. I don't know. Somehow he just looks like the Grim Reaper in a way. Not really, but you get my point. Sort of, maybe not. Alright, anyways, take the hood off. That's his face. It looks like they're trying to give him kind of a little, fat belly there. Got some hair on the chest. Really great detail going on here. And on the back, you got some more belly fat going on the back. And oh, I love this face. Okay, this is so funny. The tear, that's just great. The tear just completes this. I'm actually going to flip that now. I love the tear. I will always have this figure with the tear right there. That is just absolutely hilarious. I can't believe LEGO did that. That's props to LEGO for doing something like that. But yeah, and it's a flesh torso, and then you got the olive green legs. And next is the biggest, obviously, minifigure of the set. We got Mr. Rancor. So he is very cool, Very cool guy. His mouth opens in 2 positions, here and here. Now you can animate it to, if you're doing like a stop motion, you can definitely put it in middle position if you want to. But anyways, you can stuff a minifigure into his mouth. Partially. That's about as far as you can go. Can't believe Lego would actually do this. This is mutiny. I'm just kidding. But yeah, you can really have fun with that. But yeah. And I could see somebody on YouTube doing a stop motion animation, animate this guy talking. That's gonna be so funny whenever somebody does that. Oh, that'll be the day. All right. Anyways, his arms, they're like using this type of mechanism. You know, it's kind of like this. It's like a bionicle thing. Not really bionicle. I'm trying to think. I don't know. All right, and he has 2 fingers that move, and they're not fully posable, meaning they don't really go too far. They go about that far and that in. And I think, yeah, the hands do twist. So you can kind of like cat claw you. Yeah, anyways, and the hand, this other hand's exactly the same, except this arm is a little different. It has a chain here, kind of a handcuffs, yes. Handcuffs thing going on only on this arm. This arm doesn't have it. So, and his, obviously he broke his chain. But yeah, another thing is you can fit, you can fit a minifigure with his claws. I can do it. Yeah, there we go. You can fit a minifigure in his hand and go walking around and carrying his BFF with him and everything. Very cool. Also, okay, so get him out of there. Let me just give you a nice little view of the entire guy. Got some very nice detail. And those of you who don't know, this guy, Rancors are not just in Return of the Jedi. I also really know, I remember trying to kill this guy in The Force Unleashed. Those of you who remember that. So, you know, you can use this in Clone Wars probably. I'm sure in a future Clone Wars episode, we'll see the Rancor sometime. Actually, you know what? I think we actually did see the Rancor in some kind of Grievous episode. So there you go. Rancors are in the Clone Wars. They're in, you know, between 3 and 4. They're not like some kind of extinct animal and there's only like this guy left from Return of the Jedi. They're all throughout the Star Wars episodes. During at least that time kind of period going on there. And then he's got a little tail at the bottom. And he's got little stubby legs. And he's a pretty cool looking guy. I definitely gotta say that. Very cool. Pretty big too. Alright, so move him off to the side. Let's move right into the set. Alright, so the first thing is the gate. What happens with the gate is you just lift it up like that. There's nothing holding it, so you can just take it right on out. But anyways, when you lift up the gate, you're just going to push this thing right here that keeps the gate in place. It's not going anywhere. And I think you can kind of just barely get the Rancor to go through it. Let's see, if I move it up one more, I think we can do it then. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so if we move it up to the very top one. Okay, there we go. Alright, so if you move it up to the very top one, you can get the Rancor to walk on out. Now another thing is this opens up like that. and everything. And yeah, so if you don't want him to fit through there, you can just do that. It's probably a lot easier. But Lego just wanted to add some extra detail. Also, let me just show you this cool, this is a really cool piece, I'll be honest with you. This is a really cool piece. I could think of a lot of uses because it has studs right here. You could take, you know, maybe add some detail. I don't know. You could experiment with mocks and stuff. I don't know. Maybe you could use this in some way. I don't know. All right, but yeah, so that's the gate. Anyways, again, Mr. Rancor. He fits nice and snug in there, by the way. Looks pretty cozy in there. We'll pull him out because I'm sure he's not too happy in there. Anyways, right here you have a little escape door, I guess you can consider, and that kind of brings you to this little. It brings you to this little hut thing going on here. And I love this little bucket. I don't know why, but Lego decided to make a little bucket. I swear, this is like the coolest thing ever. I mean, you can have the Rancor keeper here, dude, and he can be walking with his bucket. I swear, that is the coolest thing in the world, is a little tiny Lego bucket. Ugh. I don't know why I like it so much, but it just seems so cute. Anyways, moving on. You have a nice little pitchfork here and a key. The key, I guess, would open that door like that. So you can turn it and open it up. And you could have a little play, I guess it's considered a little play feature. And over here, kind of probably already noticed, but we have a skeleton. The box says he's not a minifigure, so I'm going with that. And I don't really even consider the skeleton to ever be a minifigure. It just seems so bland, and it's never really been changed. So there's no real use, because a lot of people know what a skeleton looks like anyways. But here you go. What's nice is I think about a year ago, they gave the skeletons angled arms instead of just straight, like, droid-looking arms. So that's cool. I have him just, lying in the corner, just waiting for the Rancor to use him as a piece of floss. But yeah, over here we have another type of like skeleton thing going on here. If you open that up, there's these little bones right here that are buried. I guess it's some kind of guy who was unlucky and got eaten by the Rancor, and he spit out all of the bones, and eventually, after a long period of time, they just got buried under all that dirt. So, and apparently somehow his head's on the top. His head just didn't get buried. Anyways, I think that's about it. Oh yes, that's right. So right here, there's this little hiding place for Luke to be in. So if we want to take his lightsaber off, actually, wrong Luke. I was about to use the Desert Skiff version. My bad. We take this Luke, fit him nice in there and snug and tight. You can see that. And you can close it up. And so as you can see, he can have the bone while being in there. Alright, so that's it. That's the Rancor pit. Last thing I want to show you guys is what the Rancor pit looks like with Jabba's palace on top. This is pretty cool. So this will actually be the first attempt at doing this. So we'll see how it goes. I saw somebody do this online, and what they did is they brought this out, and I think it just fits on like that. Yeah, there we go. So actually, let me take the camera off the stand. And ta-da! So that's what the Jabba's palace looks like with the Rancor pit under it. I do suggest that you do the door thing right there because of this right here. This does detach, so if you don't want to do that, you can just take that off, then just put the palace on there where Jabba sits. So now, this little thing right here, remember this opening device? So now we can have Luke Skywalker. And he can drop right down into the Rancor pit. So, let me show you that with the Rancor. So Rancor here is just waiting for his dinner time. Got the Gamorrean guard. Wow, looks like he doesn't want to go down. Let's try that again. And there goes his food. And poor Gamorrean guard, he's gonna die tonight. Anyways, that is it. So here is the box. It's a very large box. I think it is the biggest box. I have not seen the Empire MHC yet, so I think that box might be the same size. That's the size of the box. We turn it around. As you can see, it gives you a size idea of how big it is against the Rancor pit. And it just shows some action going on here. The details I just showed you. Him eating. Poor guard. The Gamorrean guard. Luke Skywalker's little hideout. And the opening mechanism. Rancor about to go eat. And there is the Jabba's palace with the Rancor pit on it. So I guess they were originally meant to be together. And you see these things right here. While I was putting the Jabba's palace on, there was actually holes under the Jabba's palace that were just perfect, that lined up with it. So it was definitely meant originally to be with it no matter what. Lego originally designed that for them. So I congratulate Lego for making a really awesome kind of idea of doing something like that. This is a great set. I don't really have any problems, you know. The $60 price, I think it's totally worth it for the giant Rancor. You get 3 pretty good minifigures. If you're a Return of the Jedi fan and you did buy the Jabba's palace, then this is for you. If you're a Clone Wars fan, I'd mildly suggest it. Like I said, you can use the Rancor figure for a Clone Wars mock if you want to do something like that. I forget his home planet. I'm sure some of you can name the planet where the Rancor is known for in the comments below. But other than that, guys, thank you very much for watching this review. Stay tuned for the last 3 LEGO Star Wars 2013 winter sets reviews. And I'll see you guys later. Be sure you give it a nice big thumbs up. And click my name down below and check out the rest of the 2013 Star Wars reviews. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.